Silico basically means you can just say bioinformatics. You are using computer tools, different servers for your evaluation. You are not doing any lab work. Introduction. DNA binding one zinc finger DOF. These are basically plant-specific transcription factors family that has diversified function related to growth and development. Transcription factors are basically proteins that aid in transcription, and we know that for a gene to express, it has to go through transcription, translation, and then its expression. Role of DOF transcription factors. When I did go through many of the research papers, I came to know that the DOF transcription factors had various roles in different plants, like nitrogen assimilation in transgenic tobacco, carbon metabolism in maize, endosperm specific response in barley, defense response, germination of seed, tolerance against drought and salt in Chinese cabbage, regulating circadian cycle in Jatropha, and many more. Domain. A conserved part of a protein sequence and tertiary structure that can evolve, function, and exist independently of the rest of the protein chain and form a compact 3D structure that is stable and folded. Domain basically defines a protein. It is the main structure that tells us either this protein is DOF, either this protein is an other one, and it does not change during the evolutionary process. Specification of DOF protein. DOF proteins are highly specific, consist of a highly conserved domain known as DOF domain that comprise of 50 to 52 amino acids, a C2 type zinc finger motif at N-terminal end and presence of 4 cysteine residues. Motifs are basically amino acid sequence that combine to form a protein. For the identification and the characterization of DOF protein, we did go through these steps. First of all, database search and sequence retrieval. We used a 69 amino acid Arabidopsis protein domain sequence that we extracted from NCBI database, and we ran it through BLAST in Phytosome in order to identify the protein potential DOF domain hits in the entire genome sequence of olive. First of all, we used olive because I used olive because its whole genome has been sequenced, and it was easy to extract the genomic CDS and protein sequence of this DOF protein because its genome has been sequenced. After did go through the CBM blast in Phytosome, we came to know that olive contains 53 DOF proteins. Re-annotation was done using Ensemble plant program and PFAM variant 27.0. Re-annotation basically means that we search the same thing in another server to just ensure that our results are true. Search for intact domains. As I said earlier, that domains define a protein. So in order to ensure that our searched proteins had intact domain, all the 53 proteins were subjected to PFAM database. In the results, we get to know that 51 proteins possessed intact domains, and the two proteins that did not contain DOF domains were therefore discarded. And other DOF, olive DOF 23, and in olive DOF 23, an additional domain fibronectin type 3 was also present. And we saw that it is also present in melon. These green bubbles here show the intact DOF domains, and this here was the additionally found domain. Physical properties. Molecular weight and PI value were evaluated through using XPC server PROTPAM. PI value is basically the pH value at which the uh, um, net charge of a protein becomes zero. In the results, we found out that molecular weight of the olive DOF proteins varied from 16.2 to 63.3 kilodalton, and PI value range from 4.73 and 10.0. This 4.73 and 10.0 are basically the pH values at which the DOF proteins net charge becomes zero. In this table, these are the DOF, first of all, the DOF genes. Then source accession number. Source accession number are basically the gene identification. You can never change an accession number in your research or anything, because it's a gene identity. Then the chromosome number, on which each DOF gene is located, then its location on that chromosome, then its direction, either it's in forward direction or it's in reverse direction, then the size of the protein, pi value, and its and last sequence, the DOF sequence. In this in last two columns, it is I have added the values from where, like in the first one, 29, on the 29 amino acid DOF sequence starts, and at the 83 one the DOF sequence end, and so on, the all of the other DOF genes were recorded. Location of genes on chromosomes. For length of the chromosomes were revealed using ensemble plant program, and location of DOF genes on chromosomes were deduced using phytosome variant 12.21 database. In the results, we got to know that the olive dove gene consists of 23 chromosomes. Location of dove genes on chromosome is recorded in base pairs. This is the image that I made using PowerPoint. The color represents chromosomes width. This color represents one dove gene. Different color represent different chromosomes with different number of dove genes. In order to simplify the data, exon intron organization. Exon intron organization was found out using ensemble plant program. Exon encode protein, while intron do not code protein, but introns are integral for gene expression. Introns themselves encode functional RNAs and might allow faster evolution. In the results, we found out that the 25 DOF genes out of 51 were intronless, and on the contrary, 10 DOF genes possesses one intron present on the upstream end, and other 10 DOF genes possesses one intron on the downstream end. This is the table. The first table shows the DOF genes along with their accession numbers and number of introns and exons along with their lengths. In the second table, I have shown the DOF genes which have more than two exons and one intron. So in the result, it can be seen that some DOF genes had maximum of 8 exons and 7 introns. In this table, you can see that the red bars show the exons and the curved red lines show the intron. You can easily just identify what genes are intronless and what DOF genes have introns. Recognition of conserved motifs. As we said before, that motifs combine to form a protein. So in order to recognize the conserved motifs, MIM software was used. MIM is basically multiple EM for motif elicitation. Maximum number of motif was set as 20, minimum 6, and maximum 50 width of motif was set as default values. In the result, we found out that the 20 motifs were distributed non-uniformly in all the 51 DOF genes. Motif sequence as well as their width and sites were recorded. These are the motif sequences, then the E values, sites, and widths. E value is basically the number of expected hits that can be found by chance throughout the entire genome. Then these are the picture that shows the distribution of all the 20 motifs. Even you can see that these red bars show the DOF domains, and even DOF domains are not on the exact same position on all the chromosomes, on all the DOF genes. They are non-uniformly distributed. Cis regulatory element analysis. Cis regulatory elements are basically non-coding DNA that regulate transcription of neighboring genes. For this purpose, we retrieved 1,000 base pair upstream sequence from the promoter region. and ran it through the plant care database. Cis regulatory elements near a gene required for proper expression of that gene contain binding site for transcription factor and offer interchangeably act as enhancers. In the results, we found out that the various hormone related, stress related, defense related, seed specific, and other element related functions were found on the promoter region. These are the 20 elements that I saw in different genes result created through plant care. Like they have drought resistant inducibility, anaerobic induction, light responsive, circadian control, low temperature, methyl jasmonic acid responsiveness, that is that activates when a plant is under an insect attack, and anoxic specific responsibility, meristem expression, defense, and stress responsiveness. This is the colored picture of all the elements within the DOF genes, their presence and absence. And it can be seen that in olive DOF 40, none of the 20 elements were found. It did not contain any of the CRE elements. Prediction of nuclear localization signal. Nuclear localization signals are basically amino acid sequence that tags a protein for import into the cell nucleus. It basically tells us that either the protein is designated to the nucleus after its formation or not. So in order to get that, we ran the 51 amino acid DOF protein sequences through online server NLSDB. The type of NLS found in the olive DOF genes were also recorded. Out of the 51 DOF proteins, 9 olive DOF proteins express nuclear localization signal, and these were olive DOF 7, 41, 43, 44, 45, 46, 48, 49, and 51. Prediction of subnuclear localization signals. Subnuclear localization signal were predicted using online tool WolfPort. Basically, it shows us the location of DOF proteins in the whole cell. So, according to the results, we found out that the DOF proteins are present in numerous sites, mainly nucleus, cytoplasm, chloroplast, mitochondria, plastid, vacuole, Golgi bodies, and extracellular spaces. This indicates that these proteins are widely distributed on cell level. This table shows the type of NLS, and just like I said before, that the nuclear localization signals are basically amino acid sequence. So these are amino acid sequence NLS and the subnuclear locations of all the DOF proteins. Then come the protein alignment and phylogenetic analysis. For, in order to create a phylogenetic tree, we have to first form a protein alignment. So it was created using the full amino acid sequence of DOF proteins and subjected to cholesterol W variant 2.1 to create multiple sequence alignment. Then we use the 1000 bootstrap method, maximum likelihood, and unrooted to create an unrooted phylogenetic tree.
Please hurry up. Time is already passed.
Sir, it's just 2 slides more. An unrooted phylogenetic tree was created. So in the results, we found out that the 2 marked groups, 1 and 2, with members ranging from 10 to 23 were found, and some introns and intron containing genes were also classified in the same clade, suggesting that the intron exon organization does not play a role in classification. And 1000 bootstrap means that the software made 1000 times a phylogenetic tree and then give us the one that is most reliable. An unrooted phylogenetic tree means that it does not contain any information about the ancestors. This is the protein alignment. This is the phylogenetic tree using bootstrap method. And then last one, the comparative phylogeny with Arabidopsis. I used Arabidopsis because other members of the olive family, there has not been done a lot of work on them. Even not a lot of work is done on olive. So I used Arabidopsis for comparison. For this purpose, full-length genomic sequence of olive and Arabidopsis dwarf proteins were subjected to cluster W variant 2.1 to create multiple sequence alignment, and then we used maximum likelihood method to create an unrooted phylogenetic tree using MEGA6. Two major classes were found. One created two subclasses, whereas the other created four subclasses, like this. And these are the references of the sites that I used. And thank you. If anyone has any question, feel free to ask.
Mariam, that's great. Thank you for having a nice presentation. Dr. Ashir, you have some question? Any question from any audience?
Mariam, thank you very much. आपने जो पहला काम किया सही वाला, I think that's more interesting for me as well. Anyway, पर मैं in case of molecular work, molecular biology work,
सर आवाज कम आ रही है आपकी.
मेरा ख्याल है कि हमारा सिग्नल का मसला, आवाज आ रही है अब?
जी सर, अब आ रही है.
जी मरियम.
जी सर.
Good job. I simply congratulate you because your work is very similar to your previous work as well. I think you did a good job. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
मौसम साहब, फयाज साहब और स्टूडेंट्स.
डॉक्टर साहब, एक सजेशन है कि नंबर एक तो टाइम क्या बच्चों को केयर करनी चाहिए. बच्चे टाइम काफी ज्यादा ले रहे हैं, नंबर वन. नंबर टू, उनको ऑनलाइन देखना चाहिए कि